Hey guys, what's going on? Just taking a hike here near Mount Albion and just reflecting on a lot of stuff that's happened in the last few weeks. It's been pretty rough. I made a video some time ago about a sociopath and how to deal with them, and it's quite a popular video on my channel. It's number 2 in the top 10 of the most viewed videos that I have. And so today I've decided to do part 2 because there's more to this story, and we're gonna have to go into some present day stuff. So basically, a family member has been very abusive and has been abusing another family member for a long time, and unfortunately the victim has defended the abuser. So it hasn't been until recent that the victim has come out and say, I finally need help. So we have gone ahead and attempted to do that. Unfortunately, this family member is very hard to deal with, and so we're basically fighting mini battles, so we're trying to stop the abuser from taking advantage of the situation and causing a lot of problems. So we're going through a lot of stress and a lot of heartache having to deal with these situations, and it's relaxing for me to come out in the woods here. And if you want, if you take a look, it's a beautiful sight. And I wasn't first going to do this as a nature blog, but I figured, being in nature is something that really relaxes me, and I really enjoy being out here, and it's just very peaceful out here. If I look tired or gaunt looking or anything like that, it's because I've been through a rough couple weeks and I've lost weight, and unfortunately all the weight that I worked to build is basically gone. So hopefully there'll be a good ending, a happy ending to all this, and we'll get past it. One thing that I did mention, that sociopaths don't care about your feelings. They will manipulate you to use your feelings against you to serve their agenda, but they do not have any compassion. Okay? They're fixed automatons driving to a certain agenda that they have. And they'll do anything necessary to get to that agenda. And if it means hurting others, manipulating, playing mind games, lying about people, spreading rumors about people. It's a really cool area in here, by the way. Garbage, not so much. Fortunately, you'll find that everywhere. You're gonna find that they will do anything. Hey, look at my initials. Wonder who put those in there. Wasn't me. You'll find that sociopaths will only do what serves them, and they will do anything to get their agenda through. Most of them use violence. Those that are more passively aggressive will use mind games, manipulation, rumors, lies, setting people up, and that sort of thing. So I have been a victim of these people for most of my life. Going through life and feeling like I'm a fair and honorable person, and having to deal with these types of people, and they made me, over time, they made me feel like I was the one in the wrong, and it was my fault. But I finally woke up and discovered that wasn't the case, and it was them that was sick, not me. Wow, this is beautiful in here. So, one thing that you have to do when you're dealing with a sociopath, and I made a list in my first video, of course, easier said than done in all cases, and I'm not here to give you the gospel on how to deal with a sociopath, because there's so many different scenarios that can happen. Anything could turn south at any time. That you need to go into it with an open mind, but there are some ways that you can deal with it that will prevent you from further harm. First is confronting the sociopath will likely lead to the situation getting worse. They will be violent with you, confront you. They may up the ante with you. More lies, more rumors, more threats. You may feel like you're always in danger all the time. So, one good thing to do, if you're able to, is to work around this abuser, okay? So, for example, you would be able to basically work behind the scenes and let the abuser think whatever he wants to think, or her. And you always have to be 5 steps ahead of him or her, okay? Because they're usually very paranoid people, very investigative, almost obsessed with wanting to know what's going on. So you would have to try to keep far ahead of this person. Now, I can't tell you exactly what I'm doing because I don't want to violate privacy of people and plans and things like that, but I'm making this video for people to have at least some kind of relation to it, that you feel a little more comfortable that someone else is going through it. And if you benefit from the video, that's awesome. That's great. So this is more or less what I have to say about it, my venting, I guess you could say, and a few tips along the way, I guess. So, one thing to keep in mind is that sociopaths want to be in control, full control. They want all the power, because some way, or either they've always had the power, or they've never had it and have lusted for the power. Okay? Now, I've been in a position where I never really had much power because it was all taken away from me by sociopaths. And I, obviously, when I work, I'm in a position of power, and so there's a couple other areas that I am in a position of power. They are absolutely obsessed with that. If a sociopath is in a position of power in any way, shape, or form, you need to, if it's possible, to remove that person. Obviously, it's easier said than done, but that's one thing that you need, that is helpful to do. Another thing too is like I said, you need to be 5 steps ahead of this person. If you're planning an escape, planning to confront the sociopath, planning to report the sociopath, you need to plan out what your situation is going to look like when the sociopath discovers that you're going to report him or confront him or basically do anything that they have to hold responsibility. And very seldom have they ever held accountability in their entire life. So that's a threat to them. They will do anything to stop it. So removing them from positions of power and planning ahead. Make sure that you're in the right position. The people that you love, your friends, family, are in safe positions to when the sociopath finds out that he or she is basically being held accountable, whatever that may look like. Okay? This is important, very important. It's not a, run in all guns a-blazing, because that's going to make things way worse, and you're going to end up with nothing in return if you do that. So you need to keep that in mind, that it's not always about how loud you go in. It's about how smart you are about it, okay? It's like that story about the Trojan horse where they're all hiding in the horse and they all escape while they're in that castle thing. Sorry, there was some guys yelling. It is a public area, right? Even though it's a wooded area. Beautiful, but you're going to get your guys that are fooling around. Anyway, so it's important to... Everybody's in a safe position, and then you can report the abuser, okay? And it's... So when it comes down to it, that the abuser wants to retaliate, he doesn't have a lot of options, or she doesn't have a lot of options, because this person or persons that they're retaliating against is more or less safe, hopefully. So obviously, if you live with a sociopath, it's much harder to do these things. I hear stories about family and like direct family sociopaths. I've never experienced any of that, but we have no idea what's going on in the world and what people are going through with abuse. It's absolutely sickening, to be honest. If you're in that situation, if you feel that there's another family member you can talk to that you can trust, talk to them, okay? And tell them what the abuser is doing. If you feel that this person's being dismissive of you, don't bother pursuing it, because that person that's dismissing you will likely cause more trouble than you need. So immediately dismiss it if they cause you problems, okay? Talk to your doctor. They can set you up with a counselor, okay? You have a friend. You have friends. Talk to your friends. Maybe your friends know people that can help you. And I'm talking about escaping. I'm talking about confronting the bully, the abuser, the sociopath. And so if you have no friends, if you have nothing, and basically you're being cut off by all support, this may sound radical, but you may have to call 911. There was an interesting story that someone was under the threat of her boyfriend, and she dialed 911 pretending to order a pizza. because apparently he threatened her to order a pizza. You know what I mean? That's how crazy it is, threatening somebody to order pizza. And she told the operator what she wanted on her pizza. It was all code for a cop to show, and he did, and he was taken away. You may have to call the police, even if you love this person, okay? Love is love, but you need to care about yourself too. You need to love yourself. If you're being abused, that's not love, okay? Abuse is never okay, ever, okay? And especially to the victims who protect their abusers, there may be complicated relationships and you care about he or she, but you have no right to... You should not feel that you have to stick around this relationship because you love this person, even though this person is abusive towards you. Okay? Now if you need to get out of your house, let's say that you're, I don't know, maybe you're a teenager watching this. That's, I think, something that gets dismissed a lot, is teenagers. And, teenagers are a lot more smarter and creative and talented than they're given credit for. We only hear the bad things, not the good things. And that's society's fault for that. The way it's set up, it's designed to divide us all. Okay? So, if you're a teenager and you're living in a home right now, and you're being abused by brother, sister, dad, mother, then you have options too. Okay? You need to, if you feel that you're being in danger and you're under threat every day, you need to call 911. Okay? It may seem like a radical thing to do and a very uncomfortable thing to do, but the police will take you out of the house and give you temporary living conditions, okay? So you can get on to where you need to go. If you do not want to approach it that way, you can do it other ways. You can talk to your school counselor. Ask your counselor how you can either manage your abuser or the bully, or how you can get out of the house. It may be difficult if you're underage and your parents are your guardians. If that's the case, the police will have advice for you on that, okay? The last thing I want to give to you is you have to have hope. As the saying goes, it's always going to get worse before it gets better. And it will get worse before it gets better. There's no doubt about that. But the key word is better. It will get better. Okay? And you will be riding a storm on your way there. But the storm will eventually disappear, as all storms do. And there is always sun at the end of that storm. Don't give up. Keep moving forward. I can't cover everything. I'm one man. And I could go on forever, actually, on this tape. Perhaps I could get to everything, but I just can't. If you have any questions, please comment in the comments below. I have an email connected to the channel. It's andrewkchannel@hotmail.com. If you don't feel comfortable posting comments, you can always email me there and ask me questions. Or you can also message me on Facebook, Facebook/AndrewKChannel. Okay? And I have a Twitter as well. You can tweet me there, Twitter/AndrewKChannel. So I'm going to wrap up this video. I really enjoyed being out here. And I'm also running out of battery power too. So I gotta wrap it up. Anyways, my last words are, don't be afraid. I know you're going through a lot. You don't deserve to be abused. Okay? There is hope. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. You just need to find the right resources. And if you feel that you've been cut off by those resources, in passing, talk to a neighbor. If you have access to a phone, call the police. Bide your time. That's another thing. People love to jump into things, like I was saying before, make a big splash. Sometimes it's not about the splash you make, it's about how smart you go about it, right? So, bide your time, okay? You want justice right now, you may not get it. If you make a big splash, you may not get it. Sometimes you have to take things baby steps, little steps at a time, one by one, okay? Document what's going on, talk to people, let them know what's happening, all right? Bide your time, wait it out if you can, to the right moment that you can escape or confront your abuser. You need to be in a perfect position, as perfect as you can, to escape your abuser or to confront your abuser, because you need to be as strong as possible when that happens, because he will go nukes a-blazing, right, over something small, right? It'll be, all the nukes will be out, right? So that's what you need to do. Easier said than done, I know. And like I said, I can't cover everything on this video, but I'm trying. And I have my own stuff to worry about. I've been dealing with people my whole life. People treat me like shit. And, you know, coming back from that and always rebounding and trying to live a positive life. And that's what I'm trying to do. And I do that through creativity when I put these videos out on YouTube. I don't like social media at all. I think it's all fake to me. People are fake, and I don't like social media. When I'm using social media, it's to broadcast my creativity, okay? And have people discuss it, discuss ideas, debate ideas, to be involved and engaged. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. We all have to be creative and put our work out there for people to see. It doesn't matter what you do or who you are. Well, I'm off. I really enjoyed this hike here, and I'm going to be doing lots of other nature videos and stuff like that, and I love it out here. It's just, you know, I give a little commentary and enjoy nature. Alright guys, well, thank you for listening. If you have any questions, please post in the comments below, email me, you can tweet me, Facebook me, or whatever you want to do, okay? If you're having any problems of your own, please contact people in authority, like I said, counselors, police, trusted people, teachers, anybody that you absolutely trust that will help you, okay? I'll do another video down the road, maybe we can talk about some other things. But I'm heading out. It's starting to rain, and although I love the rain's freaking awesome. And it's just, I love the air. It's so fresh in here. Alright guys, take care. I wish nothing but love and peace to everybody. And keep fighting the fight. Keep hoping. Keep dreaming. And just be you. Don't worry about what other people say. Just be you, and don't be afraid to be you. Okay? Peace, guys. Love, always. And as always, keep it locked on the Andrew K channel.